So I'm sorry I have nothing as exciting as Princeton this time, but we have some great things to share with you. So today we're focusing on DreamCourts and the great work you all do in the US to support that program. So we'll learn more about that shortly. But for those that don't know me, I am the Executive Director of the WorldVentures Foundation, an extraordinary organization that you are amazingly supportive of. And, you know, between yourselves and the greater community, we do volunteer work around the world benefiting children. And this year, some of the things we will have done is build 100th bottle school in Guatemala. But just to remember, it took 29 bottle schools to build this year to get to the 100. So it's been a big project, and everybody that supported their bottle school, we are very, very appreciative. The other thing that will happen this year within the next couple of months is we'll have done 30 DreamCourts at boys and girls clubs and community centers throughout the US. And there's about 6 more live. So it is, you are making a difference in your communities in the US. And the last piece about that is that we are starting to revisit the DreamCourts and do volunteer days at the DreamCourts. So you'll start hearing more and more about that. We begin this coming week with the Arlington NCAA DreamCourt. We're doing a volunteer day there with everybody in the local Dallas-Fort Worth area. So we're pretty excited about that. So if you're in that area, jump online and book a ticket and come join us. It's going to be a great day with the kids. So what I want to share with you is some of the amazing volunteers happening as you think about this year and what you're doing. And then, as I said, we'll jump into DreamCourts. So let's, before we do that, thank you everybody who came to our volunteer day yesterday at Boys and Girls Clubs. Thank you, thank you. You know, it absolutely, the tickets sell out every time. If you're not following the foundation on Facebook, you won't know that you could join us. So please like the foundation on Facebook and you'll know when we're going to be there. So let's play the recap video so you can see everybody at work. So thank you, as always. It's an incredible privilege to do these volunteer experiences, wherever, however we do it together. But these are the volunteers, so let me just flip through them. Budapest, Hungary. Globalware, Cusco, Peru. I went on that one last year. I can't imagine a more exciting adventure than helping children building cooking facilities in remote villages and seeing Machu Picchu. You know, it doesn't get much better than that. It's a great trip. So hug it forward, of course, always hug it forward, always bottle schools. They are all year long. You can jump in at any time and make a difference in Guatemala and be part of the construction of these 29 schools happening live. In fact, 12 are in progress right now. So it's a big, big project. If you're in Greece, why not? Join us in Saloniki and have a great time there. And Desmos is our partner there. Entre Amigos, everybody I think knows that we do that. And it's a great, great agency that we adore. So those are always happening. Then we are in Athens, Kota Kinabalu. That is right near the land of orangutans. And you can go save an orangutan. I have a personal orangutan. His name's Carabas. And when I was there, I had to go adopt one. So, of course, I'm like, okay, I'll adopt an orangutan. But you also do work for the Lions Club, for the boys and girls there. And that's very important work. And Malaysia's pretty interesting. And then, of course, we are not seeing, you know, people ask us to do trips in the US. So this year we did New York. We thought it'd be really powerful and that people would want to come there and have a great weekend and help the Boys and Girls Club. If it's in your heart to do that, would you please consider getting online at Dream Trips or to the app and joining us? That would be great. So one more, Ioannina, Greece, Nadi, Fiji. So if you didn't get to go to Fiji, we have an option for you. So you can join us for this beautiful volunteer. And this is a site, an orphanage of disabled children who've been abandoned that was destroyed in Hurricane Winston. So we're going to help rebuild it. So very, very meaningful work. And then Blessed Homes, we've been going there a long time. We've made a difference there. Many of you have joined me there. Please consider it too. If you're interested in Thailand, you can do Bangkok and there. All right, does that all sound good? Yeah. So we think we have a great variety. We understand dates, timing, numbers, all have to come together, but we invite you to join us because it will make a difference in your life to be on the volunteer. So now I want to invite back to the stage my dear friend Mark to tell you about our DreamCourt project and how you can help us support that. So please welcome Mark to the stage.
Thank you. I'm not sure what that was.
No, it's
okay.
It's
So I'm excited to be up here with Gwyneth. Obviously, Kelly and I support the foundation. We've already contributed to a couple of DreamCourts, but we're involved in another one now. We've taken all of my cussing money and thrown it towards this next DreamCourt, and believe it or not, that's a significant amount. So we have a couple of other individual donors who have put a lot of money into it, and this court's very special, and I'm gonna personally be at this launch on purpose because again, it's always great to launch a DreamCourt, but sometimes there are people associated with the DreamCourt that make it even a little bit more exciting. You know, we've had people like Billy Crystal launch a DreamCourt, Muhammad Ali. So I'm wearing a Yankee hat. I'm not a huge Yankee fan, but I am an enormous Derek Jeter fan. You know, I grew up playing baseball. I ate, sleep, bathed, everything baseball till I was about 22 years old. And as athletes have gone along and salaries have ballooned and gone through the roof, so many of them, in my opinion, and no disrespect intended, sort of have a disappointing attitude. But I think Derek Jeter is everything that a hero should be. He has always conducted himself with unbelievable class, dignity. He played the game as hard as you could possibly play it. He loved the game. He was a natural leader. So the people who are doing this DreamCourt are doing it in a little place called Kalamazoo, Michigan. And Kalamazoo, Michigan is a lovely town in Michigan, and most of you probably associate Derek Jeter with New York, where he played with the Yankees, or maybe you know him well enough to know he has a beautiful home down in Tampa. But if you know him really well, you know that he grew up in Kalamazoo, Michigan, And he just happened to go to a Boys and Girls Club when he was growing up in Kalamazoo, Michigan. So this is now going to be a court that is dedicated to Derek Jeter at the Boys and Girls Club in Kalamazoo, where he grew up. So when we launch this court in early August, I'll be there because Derek Jeter is going to be there. So we're very incredibly excited. A couple other the executives are also looking to go. Now, I don't know about you, but if you're like me, would anyone be interested in possibly going to that? I'm sure none of you are big Jeter fans, but if you are, we actually have a handful of spots available. There's not a bunch, but there are a handful of them. And if you make a $1,000 donation to the foundation for this court, you and a guest can attend this grand opening of the court. So again, I'll be there, Mr. Jeter will be there, a bunch of other people are gonna be there from the company. It's gonna be pretty remarkable. As always, if it's not something you wanna participate in, that's totally cool, but I'm looking forward to being one of the peak experiences for me of this year and of my life. And if you don't know, Jeter also has his own foundation called the Turn 2 Foundation, which is a baseball expression, but he does a tremendous amount of great work for children, like remarkable work. So it's just gonna be another amazing affiliation for us to be associated with such a wonderful person and another Boys and Girls Club. So we have the ability to do that. If you're interested in coming to that launch, you just have to go to the foundation booth anytime throughout the course of the weekend. Remember, there's only a handful of spots available, so it's first come, first serve, but if you'd like to join us, it's gonna be absolutely amazing. And then there's another way. We also have a home plate that was signed by Derek Jeter, and I believe we have some other silent auction items. Last year, being a Jeter fan, I spent a couple $1,000s in a silent auction getting a Jeter autographed jersey. So again, we have an opportunity to raise money, do some incredible stuff for kids, but get a really nice memorabilia for yourself. So that goes on until when?
Tomorrow lunchtime.
So tomorrow at lunchtime, anytime you want to, go where the foundation booth is. There's a silent auction there. There's a number of items, including a home plate, autographed stuff from Derek Jeter, and it's all gonna go to our foundation, so we're super excited about that as well. And then there's one last thing, yes?
Yes. So we have little trinkets. Forget my little Fitbit. Still waiting for the buzz today. It's not happened, so I keep it on. But we have this cute little bracelet, and it's got like the orange, and it's got basketball stuff, and it's the t-shirt, this little tank, and a Boys Build Hope Through Hoops t-shirt. So we're really trying to allow everybody an opportunity to get involved. And then most importantly, we'd like to talk about texting to donate. So if you could talk about that.
Yeah, so again, guys, understand the vast majority of everything you saw in that video, all the good we're doing all over the world, the vast majority of that money comes from you. It comes from the field.
Absolutely.
Giving. And certainly the company is very generous, taking care of all the costs to run the foundation. Obviously, you understand the company's behind it as well, but a lot of it comes from our generosity. So if when you hear something like $1,000 to go to a court opening is too much for you, or certainly, dedicating to do an entire sports court or a bottle school, that's fine. But anybody who really has a heart for kids, all you have to do is donate $10 by texting the WVF to 80888. Okay, and when you get the return text, you reply yes. So again, the slide's up there. Just text WDF for World Ventures Foundation to 80888. And when they send a return text, just reply yes. And again, it doesn't seem like a lot, but if a bunch of us have a heart to just give $10, again, the good it does for kids is just absolutely remarkable. It's on you. It's nothing that's in any way mandatory, but we just want to make sure you know you have the availability to make a difference. Even though it's a little difference, all the little differences add up. Yes?
Yeah, every little bit. Last time we did this for Text to Donate for a DreamCourt, you raised $13,000 in 5 minutes. So it's not a small thing. We could donate this DreamCourt in honor of Derek Jeter by today doing this. I mean, it's a really important deal, and it goes to your provider, so you don't have to fill anything out. You just yes, and it's there, and then it's on your phone bill, and it's limited. We don't get your data, you don't share anything except your generosity. So we do invite you to do that. Every little bit does count. And the kids of Kalamazoo really appreciate you because they don't even know yet this is coming. And this is a big deal for the community.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, guys, remember, our slogan for our company is making a living living. We all know that the first year, one of our first events, we raised some money. It was very, very organic and not intended, but it just was the way it was. And again, even back then, without a foundation, it was about doing something for kids. And Dan Stamen, on the spot, came up with making a living giving. So that's just a big part of who we are as a company and as a family, and it's part of our amazing culture. So first and foremost, thank you for everything you have done, and we continue to look forward to doing magical things together.
Yep, thank you.
That's it. Okay,
right.
Thank you so much.
See you at the booth.
We'll see you in Kalamazoo.
Mary Poppins.
I'm gonna keep this. This is cool. Come on, come on. It might work.